Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. It's a hot one today. We're taking a look at an extra hero this month. It's Tovera Vashini. She is an original character created by new deck creator Rakaitos, and you may remember me name-dropping her in the Sentinels of Earth Prime preview because, like Star Knight, she has a trash-to-bottom-of-deck mechanic that fuels all of her cards. She will be facing Plague Rat. Yes, Plague Rat again. This is the new breed variant created by Adelphophage. Joining Tovera is Akash 3, a Spirit of the Void, Wasteland Ronin Stranger, and Berserk Haka, the very last hero variant I have to show off, created by Adelphophage. And we'll be fighting in Blackwood Forest, because if I'm bringing Akash 3 along, I should be using a harder environment. Plague Rat says, start of game, search the villain deck for 5 infections and Plague Locust, put the Plague Locust into play, the infections under this card. Reduce damage dealt to Plague Locust by uninfected targets to 0, so the seeds are not going to be able to hurt it. At the start of the villain turn, if 3 or more heroes are infected, he flips. When a villain ongoing other than infection would enter play, first Plague Rat deals the highest HP hero H-1 melee and H-2 toxic damage. If that hero is uninfected, play an infection from under this card next to them. If the villain ongoing card is Shadow Ambush, discard it and put Plague Locust into play from the villain trash, otherwise put the ongoing into play. Infections are indestructible. When you would search for an infection, instead search under Plague Rat. If there are no uninfected active heroes, infections cannot enter play. So that's it. He actually doesn't have any end of turn damage, but he's instead doing more damage because it's going to be 4 and 3 at the moment whenever an ongoing enters play. So let's get started. Sewer Fiend. Okay, this has not been changed. He'll hit Akash 3 for 7, and she is now infected. Start a turn, she hits herself for 2. So I'm going to play 1 with the land, and then for her power, we're going to play Scatter Seeds. She'll hit herself for 5, which means she draws and discards 7 cards. Gets us 3 seeds in the environment trash. Nothing to deal damage, draw a card. Scatter Seeds is based on the amount of damage she's taken this turn, not the amount of damage she deals herself with that card. Okay, we'll start with Mark of Breaking, because why the hell wouldn't we? And then we'll use Mark of the Wasteland, drop this Mark of the Bloodthorn, and do 5 damage. Draw a card. Haka's going to play Tomoko. His power is Savage Strength. Haka deals up to 2 targets X+1 melee damage each. X is the number of cards you've drawn since the end of your last turn. So X right now is 0. He can hit Plague Rat for 2, and he actually cannot hit the Plague Locust. Draw a card. Alright, Tovera's only got 1 card she can play. Her first turns are usually a little restricted. Wing Shock. Tovera deals up to 3 targets 2 sonic damage each. If Storm Wings is in play, Tovera deals each target dealt damage this way 1 lightning damage, so she'll just hit Plague Rat for 2, or 3 actually. Her power is Renew Enchantment. Discard a card and Tovera deals herself 2 irreducible infernal damage. Search your deck or trash for a relic and put it into play, then shuffle your deck. So, I'm going to discard one of those because I've got 2 of them. She hits herself for 2. I'm going to start with the Mage's Spear. It says at the start of your turn you may move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Increase damage dealt by a Tovera by X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards moved this way. If 2 cards are moved this way, destroy this card. So you can get a 1-round boost of +2 damage if you've got something good going on. The power is Tovera deals a target 2 melee damage. Discard a card from the top of your deck. We're going to be using the hell out of that. Alright, Blackwood Forest. Mirror Wraith. Okay. Gains the text keywords and max HP of the non-character target and play with the lowest HP. That's unfortunately the Plague Locust. Oh boy. Now thankfully it's not indestructible. We can get rid of that with environment destruction, but that's going to hurt a lot. Alright. Plague Rat does not flip. Afflicted Frenzy. He hits the highest for, well, it's going to be Haka this time, so it's 7 damage again. He's infected now. Oh wait, does it go into play then? Oh shoot, it goes into play. Only Shadowy Ambush is discarded. Oh, we've got Afflicted Frenzy now. That's terrible. That's it. Akash 3 hits herself for 3. We'll play Thrashing Brambles, and then we'll use her power to play Instantaneous Maturation. She hits herself for 4. I feel like Healing Pollen might be very necessary. Or I could do Creeping Mold. I'm going to do Creeping Mold. Shuffle, and then that deals up to 3 targets, 2, 3 toxic damage, so 4 to him. And then we'll shuffle the environment trash into the deck. Good, that worked. Draw a card. Alright, start a turn, Stranger takes 1. Play Corruption and draw 4 cards for 4 damage. And then with his power, I'll discard Mark of Destruction and hit Plague Rat for 5. Oh right, forgot about Inflicted Frenzy. We're dealing 2 melee damage, 3, 4, the hero target with the highest, which is Tovera. And then Haka does the same thing. Okay, Elbow Smash. It's 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to Plague Rat. And then he'll use his power, so that's now 2 melee damage increased to 4, hit Plague Rat for 5, and then take out the Primordial Seed, which lets me destroy an ongoing card. That's important. Draw a card. Alright, I'm not going to move any cards just yet. We'll play Storm Surge. You may destroy an environment card. I will. Goodbye, Mirror Wraith. Move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Tovera deals all hero targets X cold damage and all non-hero targets twice X cold damage. Ranks the number of cards moved this way. Move this card to the bottom of your deck. Let's see, I've got 2 things in the trash. I think I will go ahead and move 1. So she'll hit every hero target for 1 and all non-hero targets for 2. That's 3. That's actually an even trade. And then that goes on the bottom of my deck. Alright, then we'll use the Mage's Spear. She'll hit him for 3. Discard a card from the top of my deck. I can start using cooler things later. Draw a card. Okay, Akash 3 gets to play Strangling Roots. Cool. Let's reduce his damage a little bit. And that's it. Plague Rat does not flip. Shadowy Ambush. Okay. He hits the highest for 3 and 2, increased to 4 and 3, reduced to 2 and 1, and that's Haka, so he hits him for a grand total of 1 damage. That's amazing. And then this is Shadowy Ambush, so we discard it and put Plague Locust into play from the villain trash. It's not there. We're fine. Okay, that did not add any infections, so that's good. She hits herself for 3. Let's do Vitalized Thorns. 4 or 5 damage. And then she will use her power to draw a card. The seed will hit him for 3. Draw another card. Alright, Stranger deals himself 1 damage. I'm going to play another Corruption. Keep his hand stocked. And then we'll discard this Mark of the Bone Leech and do 5 damage. Haka hits himself for 2. Alright, let's do this. Haka of Battle. Draw 2 cards. So that counter goes up to 3. And I'll actually go ahead and discard 2, because I don't need those. So his base damage right now is 4 plus 1, 5. First hit's going to be plus an extra 2, so 7. 8 damage to Plague Rat, and then it was 5 damage to the Plague Locust. Draw a card. And then this goes to 1. Actually, no, I think I've been doing that wrong. I think I need to reduce that by 1, because it's since the end of your last turn, so it doesn't include your draw fade. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's play the Flame Blade. Ongoing spell. When you play this card and at the start of your turn, move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. If 0 cards are moved this way, destroy this card. If 2 cards are moved this way, Tovera's fire damage becomes radiant and irreducible until the end of turn. The power is Tovera deals a target 4 fire damage. So we will move a card to power that up, but I'm not going to use it. We will use the Mage's Spear instead, do 3 melee damage to him, discard the top card of the deck, and draw a card. Blackwood Forest. Mirror Wraith. Again. Hey, it's an extra seed. That's very cool. Alright, Plague Rat does not flip. Shadowy Ambush. Let's see, I can have him hit Haka, and we won't get another infection. Tovera will get infected next round, so yeah, we'll do that. It's 5 damage because of Tomoko. And Plague Locust is not in the trash, so nothing else happens. Okay, pretty good. Akash 3 hits herself for 2. Primeval Germination. I'm going to use her power. I'll just draw a card. But then both of those seeds, because this is a seed, will do 2, 3 damage to Plague Rat. This is going to be over real quick. Draw a card. Stranger hits himself for 1. Do I want to put another Mark of Breaking on him? I don't think so. Let's play a Glyph instead. Perception. Yeah, that's never going to go off, unfortunately. And I'll drop Mark of the Bloodthorn and do 5 damage. Draw a card. Haka hits himself for 2. Let's play Dominion. And yeah, so he hasn't drawn any cards, so it's base 1, increase to 2, 3 to Plague Rat, 2 to the Plague Locust. Draw a card. Alright, so start of turn, I can move a card from the top of my trash to the bottom of my deck. She gets plus 1 damage. Then I have to move a card from my trash to the bottom of my deck, or I'll lose that. So her trash is empty now. This is gonna rock. Blade combo. Tovera deals a target 2 melee damage, then 2 melee damage again. If Flame Blade is in play, Tovera does the same target 1 fire damage. So that's going to be 3, 3, and 2, increased to 4, 4, and 3. So that's 11 damage. And then for her power, we'll go ahead and use Flame Blade. She'll hit him for 5. Stranger is really OP. And the plus 1 wears off. I'm sorry, that was 6. He's almost dead. This is going to be a short game. Don't stray from the path. Start the environment turn. If there's at least one other environment card in play, reveal the top card of the environment deck. Hound is revealed, put it into play, otherwise discard that card. And Primeval Germination lets me discard the top card of the deck. Well, we got that 1 seed, so I guess it worked. Okay, Plague Rat, Tooth and Claw. Hero target with the lowest HP, 3 toxic damage. He'll take out this Mirror Wraith, which means I can destroy an environment card or a target with 3 or fewer HP, and he's dead. Well, that was depressingly short. Let's take a look at his flip side. It says, when flipped, the hero's mutation into rat spawn continues. Each infected hero deals themselves 3 toxic damage, and either destroys half their ongoing or equipment cards, or discards half the cards in hand, round down in both cases. Move all infection cards in play onto the villain card and flip Plague Rat. Ah, okay, so he just kind of wrecks your shit. That's interesting. Let's take a look at Tovera's deck since we didn't see very much of it. I was going to say she played a total of 5 cards, but no, she's got like 5 cards on the bottom of her deck. Focus, Spell, draw a card, move the bottom card of your deck into your hand, discard a card. Actually very useful. Tail Strike, Tovera deals a target 1 melee damage, draw 2 cards. Storm Wings, Spell. When you play this card, well, it's the same as the Flame Blade. If 2 cards are moved this way, Tovera deals up to 5 targets 1 lightning damage each. Power is move a card from your top of your trash to the bottom of your deck, and if you do, Tovera deals up to 3 targets 3 lightning damage each, so you can really knuckle down on the lightning damage with that. Drain Life, Tovera deals up to 5 targets 1 infernal damage each. For every 2 damage Tovera deals this way, discard a card from the top of your deck. That's real good. Because, I mean, you saw how quickly I drained my pitiful 2-card trash just to power a neat combo. Vigor Amulet, reduce damage dealt to Tovera by 1 during her turn. At the start of your turn, you may move a card from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. If you do, Tovera regains 2 HP. You may destroy this card at the end of your turn to draw 3 cards. Lay Stones, possibly the most important card in her deck. This card you just play, move the top 2 cards of your trash to the bottom of your deck, or destroy this card. At the start of your turn, you may destroy this card. If you do, discard 5 cards from your deck, then you may play a spell from your trash. Power is reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand and the rest in your trash. For anyone else, that would be a pretty meh power, but for her, it's so good. Ice Shield. If you move 2 cards to the bottom of your deck, you reduce damage dealt to Tovera by 1, and the power is reduce damage dealt to Tovera by 1. I have to assume that's until the start of your next turn. In both cases. Dual Wield, you may use an extra power during your power phase. That's good because she has a lot of cool powers. Piercing Blow, you may destroy an ongoing cards. This is kind of the opposite of Storm Surge. Move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Tovera deals X irreducible melee damage, where X is twice the number of cards moved this way. Move this card to the bottom of your deck. And that's it. She's got pretty solid damage dealing and a lot of fun ways to buff her own damage. The trash moving mechanic is meant to be mana, which is why it's so very limited, and it works out pretty well, all things considered. So that was Tovera. She's neat. Go check her out. She's got her own mod on Tabletop Simulator. That Plague Rat was admittedly extra easy, but that's mostly because of the stranger. And that Haka, obviously I was playing him wrong, but actually not that bad. I mean, being able to hit 2 things for 1 damage at the start of the game is pretty nice, all things considered. So that's your lot. This is one of the shortest games in recent memory. As always, thanks for watching. Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels, Call of DLC, Delphage's Archives, and Tovera Dragon Inquisitor are not licensed Great Games products. Please support the official release and flip.